We wanted the medical school to be successful, so that meant we had to get a handful of really good professors. It was just at that point, you could look down 20 years and see a major teaching and research centre if we did these things. What makes a great hospital, as you know, the first thing is teaching, because that creates an environment of learning and questioning. And then research is probably the single most important thing. So if you've got really good teaching and research, then you have outstanding patient care. So it was sort of critical to the future of the hospital. And I loved him from the moment I met him. And the reason I did was that you could see that he was absolutely committed to patient care. He had this incredible sort of CV, and so that was it. So I just met him, and I remember being very impressed. And when he left, I rang Gerard straight away, and I said, don't let him escape, and don't let him change his mind.
Wilf is very well known to me for the past 10 years or so, and it appears that he's a great man.
Well, I'd like to say that Wilf is a fantastic individual. He's contributed a huge amount to the hospital and to the LHD. He's helped medical students, junior doctors, residents. He's helped consultants who are starting out like me. He's helped old consultants. He's helped us all. We're very lucky to have him.
As you know, Wilf, and we've been doing a PhD. You've been supervising me for the last 4 years. I'd just like to say that I really appreciate your supervision and mentoring of me.
Interesting part about him is he's a kingmaker.
I think he's persistent and he's fair. And I get the feeling that he doesn't give up.
Magic special.
The only negative that I would have to say about Wilf is that he has an English accent. And there's one other negative, in that with regard to Wilf, I learned all my neurology from Wilf. So I have a little bit of evidence. All my neurology was from a crash course in neurology that he edited whilst he was working in the UK. So I'd like to thank you, Wilf, for my deep understanding of my specialty. I learned it in 2 weeks.
AaBA talk is really very interesting. Some years ago, Wilf, Noel Tate, who was our Professor of Surgery, Lou Gaetani and myself canoed down the Shoalhaven, and they shared a tent, but I have standards, so I had a tent of my own. In the early evening, when we were in the tents because of the mosquitoes, I heard Wilf and Noel talking, and Wilf said, "Look, if there isn't someone to do the job, I'll take it on." 10 years later, nothing has changed. Well done, Wilf, but I still think you do too much.
I don't call Professor Yo, I call him the Professor of Good Ideas. And one of the good ideas I remember him having once was how to stir the Professor of Surgery with something that we did. So the Professor of Surgery didn't get on with one of our previous deans. So at a conference, Wilf and I set up a bowl of fruit with a little card on it, and the little card said, "Thank you from this particular dean to Wilf and Lou for all the good work, blah blah blah." When the Professor of Surgery came to visit our room, we showed him the bowl of fruit and the card, and he almost had an epileptic fit. He couldn't believe that she would give us such a thing and he didn't get anything. It took 10 minutes for him to calm down, and that's when we told him it was all a joke.
Look, you could just see that he was going to make a profound difference, and he had.